Progressive Action Radio, the most objective show in America.
Y'all know what it is, right? You know what? New York ain't been right since Snoop came through. Now I don't want to go there, man. Brooklyn, New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. I'm from the home, Jets, Yankees, and Mets. KD came to the Nets. That's right. Kyrie came to the Nets. That's right. Y'all already know who got next. New York, New York, feeling like giants. Middle finger up if you feeling defiant. V12 engine make it feel like you flying. If you think you winning, hater, you lying. We got the game zone up, sorta like a seamstress. New York unified, sorta like the Teamsters. Your team washed up, belong in the cleaners. Not on the field, I'm just keeping it real, for real. I'm nice with the pill, my moves no frills. We six with the steel, y'all haters know the drill. Went from being poor to some $1 million deals. Went from being poor, now these $1 million real. New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. I stay posted on the block. G's in my socks. I'm nice with the rock, even with D's on the block. Swift crossover, make you freeze with the shot. Step back and pull it, it's threes with the shot. From the arc, I tear your heart apart. I only start, I draw plays till they look like art. Never catch us on them benches, except in the PJs, chilling in the trenches. We not here to trouble you, we just want them W's and them triple doubles too. Call BCW, cause is lit, Brooklyn is lit, New York is lit. Now it's time to bring home that chip. New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. New York, New York. Who's soft? Who's soft? Not us, not us, not us, not us, not us, not us. I know y'all saying like, yo, why you ain't mention nothing about the Knicks? I'm be real, man. I love the Knicks, man. My first team that I love. But after seeing how they treated Charles Oakley, how Dolan treated Oakley, come on, man. Can't rock with him till he sell a team. But then I seen how he treated the fan who said sell a team. He banned him from the Garden. Well, it's Brooklyn. To the death. Death.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. Y'all see I gave it a little bit of a new look, but this is the new look right here that I'm going to be using right here. I love it. I love it. Matter of fact, I'm going to be switching things around. And like I said, I'm making the show a little bit more broad. So we're going to be talking about community issues, transit issues. I want to talk about issues on other jobs because I believe that there's an attack on the working class, the working man and woman, and we must start having this conversation. Now, for those who want to donate, you see my nice donation box. The nice donation box right there. You could donate on Progressive Action on PayPal, Progressive Action 100 on Cash App. Donate. If you want to learn how to donate, you could just hit me up and I'll send you the link so you could donate to the platform. Now I'm going to put a poll on the page for those who's watching. A poll should pop up on the page. I don't know why this popping is going on, but a poll should pop up on the page, and I want you to vote. It's mainly for transit workers or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm about to play Matter of fact, let me get this off the screen real quick. I'm about to put on a video. It's an incident that happened less than a week ago of a police officer punching a youth in the face. And I want us to talk about this for a little minute. And we're going to talk about these police issues in the community and things of that nature. So let me put the video on the page and let's watch it. I want to know what you guys think about that video right there. Now, as I was watching the video, from what I seen an angry cop. It's a few cops there, maybe like 15, 20 cops. It seemed as if they got the situation up under control, and then you see this cop just incite violence. He punches one guy in the face, and then he punches another guy in the face. And the issue I have is who's going to hold that cop accountable for what he has done. You know, because there couldn't have been too much of an issue there because no other cops acted out besides him. And the guy who he punched in the face with the white hoodie seems as if he was just walking along and not doing anything. Now, I think the cops made mistakes during this whole arrest here. They have a person under arrest. They should have escorted them out the station. No need to keep them there. That person, obviously, you guys felt wasn't a victim. They was an aggressor. You put them in cuffs. You're supposed to get them out of the scene, clear the scene, get crowd control or whatever the case is. Y'all kept that person there. This cop who viciously punched the young teen in the face, he needs to be held accountable. And, you know, this goes back to race and all that other stuff, because would that cop have acted out if those was Jewish teens? And I'm going to take an educated guess on this, and I'm going to say no. Would that cop have punched a Jewish teen in the face instead of a young black man? I would have to say no. I would definitely have to say no. But community leaders came to speak out. The Brooklyn Borough president, what's this guy? The public advocate, he came to speak out, and the cop need to be held accountable for his actions. From what I understand is that this officer, he had multiple civilian complaints against him. He was just recently disciplined, I believe, because of a complaint of excessive force, and we see the excessive force used there. But the question is, would that cop have punched a Jewish child in the face if the same situation occurred? And like I said, I'm going to have to say, no, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because for those who's watching, can you please share out the video? If you want, it's 47 people watching. Can you please like the video? That's important for exposure and getting the video out there. Matter of fact, I want to share this to my page right now because I think that is very important that we spread these messages and control our own narrative with these things. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm going to play the video one more time, and I want to see in the comments what you guys think, and I'm going to be posting you guys' comments on the page live. So let's watch the video one more time. In the video, the kid gave it to the cop back. He defended himself as he should, because no cop, no grown man should be having the right to put their hands on someone's child. Totally uncalled for. But let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think with the comments. Let me see what see what's going on here. Let me put this on the screen. Jocelyn says, watch the young man in the white hoodie just walking by, his hands in his pockets, not saying anything. You're right. And they just punched him directly in the face. Directly in the face. And like I said, this would not have happened if these kids was Jewish kids. It's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. Now, for those who is in tune with the MTA and MTA news, as you know, I'm an MTA worker. Just recently, the MTA chairman wrote some type of email to the union president, and I'm going to put it on the screen. This is actually by the chief. This is not the email itself, but this describes the email and what the email was about. So basically, it said that the union president is running some type of drug scam. And the drug scam, for some reason, I don't even know why they called it a scam. I guess because the union was getting some type of kickback if the MTA saved money or whatever the case may be. But it was strange because the chairman of the MTA actually said that the union president, Tony Utano, is a covert racist. And this drug benefits or whatever it was that the union brought to the TA was supposed to save the TA $50 million. But I guess when the TA did their research, it showed that this insurance would not cover sickle cell anemia, which basically discriminates against African Americans because African Americans mainly suffer from sickle cell anemia. Now, the issue that I have with this is that the MTA covertly tried to say, hey, your union is racist. They supporting a company that won't cover black diseases that mainly affect black people. And I'm like, that's interesting because I never seen the MTA take a position like that on the union. So the union, they don't deny that. They don't deny that the MTA chairman is saying that they racist. The thing that makes the president upset is when the MTA chairman tells the president of the union, who's an Italian, is to have a safe Columbus Day. So the president of the union don't get mad that the MTA chairman is calling him a covert racist, because I guess he accepts that. But one thing he don't accept is being told have a safe Columbus Day. Does that make sense? Have a safe Columbus Day get you more enraged than the MTA chairman calling you a covert racist. I need you guys to think about that. Think about that for a second. It doesn't make sense. Now, to the MTA, because I know you guys watch, what do you want us black members to do? Because I'm confused in this. You have the MTA being led by a Caucasian. You have the union being led by a Caucasian. The MTA points a finger and say, hey, black employees, black members of Local 100, your union president tried to discriminate against you by bringing this drug company to us that won't cover diseases that mainly your people are affected by. Your union president is racist. A couple of months ago, the union was accusing the MTA of practicing institutionalized racism, right? So now you have two white entities, the MTA and the union, pointing fingers at each other, saying, hey, you're a racist. No. You're a racist. The MTA, hey, you're more racist than us because you're trying to discriminate against the African-American, your own African-American members. Look, do you see what's happening here? You have a bunch of white men arguing who's more racist.
Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here with that crazy shit. I mean, seriously. Seriously. I want to know, do you guys expect us black people to choose who's the least racist? Us woke black people aren't going to do that. I can guarantee you that. I'm not going to choose who's the most racist. It shouldn't exist. Do I think that Local 100 have racists in the union? Yes, I do. Do I think that the MTA practice all types of racism? Yes, I do. Both of you guys need to get it together and go. You know, racism shouldn't be practiced in the union, and it shouldn't be practiced with our employer. There's nothing but covert racism being practiced between the two. Now, forget about racism. Forget about the whole topic of race and things like that. One thing I could say for sure, without a doubt, is that the union, Local 100, and the MTA have been ignoring women's issues for damn near 50 years. You know, the MTA act like women just came to the property yesterday. They still not providing reasonable accommodations for when they're pregnant. There's still not enough facilities for women. You know, women still have one stall when men have multiple stalls, and sometimes the women have to use the men bathrooms. It's just overall, women on this job aren't respected. And one thing that I could say is that both entities are responsible for that. And as an employer, we are your employees. We work for the company. The union is supposed to is there to make sure that we don't get ran over by the company. Why doesn't the MTA take initiative for some of these issues? Why do everything have to come through the union? It makes no sense. Just because the union don't fight for it doesn't mean that the employer doesn't recognize the necessities that employees need. For an example, like I said, breastfeeding facilities. on the property, reasonable accommodations. The employer feels that since your union don't fight for it, we're not going to give it to you, and it shouldn't be like that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Get out of here with that craziness. I mean, it's silly. And like I said, the union, they aren't innocent in any of this. So just recently, the union figured out automatically we could sue for the MTA being negligent and not providing reasonable accommodation for women on the job. They finally woke up. They've been asleep, especially this administration. This administration been asleep for more than a decade. The John Samuelson, and Tony Utano administration have been asleep for more than a decade. So now you see on the screen, you see the union promoting themselves, and Eric don't care about the guy in the picture, Eric Logel. I got him elected. He doesn't care about women issues. It's all a front. He don't understand it. Most of the people in the union, they feel it's a rite of passage to work in these conditions because they feel that they did it. They wasn't provided the opportunity for better working conditions, that the people who came behind them should fight for it also. I mean, should go through it also, should not have reasonable accommodations, should not have breastfeeding facilities, and should not have more time off after giving birth because they felt that they went through it already. And I mean, every single last one of them. Where were their voices before? Their voices didn't start coming to fruition until progressive action started raising these issues. You would not hear their voices prior to that. Prior to 2017, you would not hear their voices regarding that. Prior to 2015, you would not hear their voices regarding that. And why? That's because progressive action has raised the bar, raised the issues, and questioning the leadership as to why they have been dormant for most of their tenure here. So now the union wasn't the first person to sue. The first person to actually sue for reasonable accommodations was conductor Crystal Young. Now, I know a lot of people have their issues with Crystal. I have my issues with Crystal. Some things I don't agree with. Some things I do agree with. But politics should not play a role into creating better working conditions for women on the job, right? So Crystal was the first person to sue this year. And then after the MTA got that negative publicity because it was all over the media, they gave her a reasonable accommodation. And that was only after they were embarrassed. The MTA only reacts after they are embarrassed. So Crystal was the first person to sue. So the union did not support her. Now, in the defense of all the other women on the job who was pregnant, who went to Crystal, and Crystal gave them bad advice or didn't stand up for them like she's standing up for herself, I understand the women who are upset. I totally get it. I'm not making no excuses for her. But at the same time, everyone is grown here. If you feel that the union isn't doing their job, then you could go out there and be a grown man and woman and stand on your own too and create the change that you want to see without the union. And Crystal did that. Now, one thing that I don't like as far as what the union has done, because the union got more resources, more lawyers, more money to bring awareness to this, to fight this or whatever. The union is not doing a class action lawsuit, but what they're doing is individually suing with certain people. I think that's some BS. I totally think that is some BS. Out the gate. Total BS. Because why not create a bigger issue here to show that this isn't a one-off thing? They got one woman in buses suing, one woman in Subway suing, and Crystal doing her thing. Actually, Crystal lawyer is trying to get a whole bunch of women together to show that this issue, these aren't isolated issues. This is an ongoing issue that have been on this property for the better part of 50 years. It's 2019. Women been on the property for about 50 years, and the MTA still didn't figure out any of these issues. So even part of the reason of why me and Eric bumped heads was because I actually posted the same picture on Facebook, and he was mad that I posted the issue because it was Crystal. He hate Crystal guts, but he couldn't see past the issue. Like, forget about the politics. It's about the issue. Someone is finally doing what we need to be done to bring awareness to the issue itself. So Eric don't care. It's all smokescreen for him. Most of the union brass, as they like to be called, do not care. Why? Because they kids are grown already. The women that's there is past the childbearing age, so they already been through it. And they look at it as the people who came behind them as the rites of passage because they never fought for this before. And like I said, they just don't care. They just don't care. And a lot of these issues here, guess what? It's strike issues. When is Local 100 going to get some balls and do this right here? When are they going to do this? Give us name patches and we write that directly on our chest. It will probably never happen up under this administration. Never. It probably would never happen, because if you look in the media today and you see what us transit workers are going through and who we are fighting, the union brass has yet to hold Governor Cuomo accountable. They have yet to hold Governor Cuomo accountable. Why is that? Now, for some reason, is it because that Utano is Sicilian and Cuomo is Sicilian? Do they see him like a brotherhood? Is it really them against everyone else who isn't them? What is it really about? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Clark D said Eric didn't answer his question regarding the lawsuit. Why would he answer the question? I mean, why would he? He's a puppet. Put your comment on the screen. Why would he answer that question? He's a puppet. Eric don't really care. Eric got a free ride getting elected. He got elected on my back and the core members of Progressive Action back who've been putting in work for years. Why would he answer the question? That's a fact, Denise. They act like you guys just started working here, like women never existed before 2019. Where was their fight prior to 2019 regarding women's issues? Now, what's important about this platform and this show is that we get to control the narrative. If you look on a union website, take a look at the union website. Go to the union website and take a look at it. It looks like, I don't know, like an obituary. It's a lot of, when people die, they put a lot of that information up there. It's fake fighting with this trash train, and and let's talk about the trash train for a second. The union, can I get a picture up there? Let me see, can I get a picture up there? But the union got this thing going on as far as called the trash train. 500, the best picture win $500. So I agree. There needs to be more cleaners cleaning these trains. These trains is filthy. One of the reasons why I would not allow my son to ride these trains is because they are filthy. Even when they are clean, people don't know the culture of New York City Transit. if there are delays in service, the supervisor in the terminal will rush the cleaners to hurry up and clean the train. No matter what the situation is, it could be vomit, urine, feces, blood. They will hurry up and clean that train. And I'm not talking about thoroughly clean that train. I'm talking about just so it looks visibly good, but it's not clean. Just to get that train out the terminal, so there wouldn't be something we call an ABD, which is an abandonment of that interval right there. The MTA hate ABDs, and by any means possible, they will get that train out there, no matter what condition that train was in coming into the terminal. They don't care, blood, feces. That train would not go to the yard and get a thorough cleaning. So with my own eyes, I have seen supervisors rush the cleaners to do their job so it could visibly look clean. And I sit there and watch. I wish I could record it, but I can't because I'm working. And I see people sit inside these unsafe conditions. And the only thing I could do is just shake my head and say, hey, this is nasty. And it's all because of two reasons. So that the union don't fully understand what's going on here. Not only is there not enough cleaners to actually do the right cleaning, but the culture of rushing trains out the terminal so the cleaners can do the proper job is another issue, and that's the major issue. And I have spoke to MTA managers regarding this, and they said, Tramel, you're not wrong. I would not allow my kids to ride the trains either because of the conditions and the culture of New York City Transit and how service supersedes everything, including safety, including not only employee safety, but the passenger safety also. This is a part of the story that you guys are not, that's not being explained to you guys. It's not being explained to you guys. Nobody's saying anything, and it's just business as usual. Now, even with the whole argument from the union saying, they cutting jobs. I talked about that over a year ago, because what the MTA is doing is not no surprise. Whatever the MTA, whenever they're going to make cuts, whenever they're going to make adjustments with employees, lay off people, no matter what the situation is, it's in their preliminary budget report. These preliminary budget reports come out multiple times within a year. As a matter of fact, if you Google MTA preliminary budget report, you will see the MTA talking about cutting terminal car cleaners a year ago. And I did this show a year ago regarding this and tried to encourage the union to get in front of it because something is going to happen. Now that something finally happened, now the union want to act like they concerned.
Get the fuck out of here!
Get out of here with that craziness. Now the issue is that another issue regarding this is that we allow them to get away with this murder. We do not hold them accountable. We do not vote. We do not go to union meetings. As you guys know, there's a rally today. The rally starts at 5 o'clock. It's important that everyone go. And I'm going to say that to say this. You could go there and not agree with the leadership. It's perfectly fine. If you don't like what they say, boo them. Make a sign describing how you feel. If you feel that they are suckers, then you make a sign saying that they are suckers. If you feel that they in bed with Cuomo, then you make a sign saying that they in bed with Cuomo. But at some point, this passive, aggressive, we hate our union and not holding them accountable mentality, that have to subside, that have to go to the side. Got to put that to the side. We have to start being in their face. We have to start being more vocal. We must start letting them know how we feel. All this passive aggressiveness and all this, and they scared of the membership. Utano cannot go to any part of this property by himself. He cannot go to any part of this property by himself. In fact, I don't think that none of the top four will go to the property and shop gate by themselves regarding the issues, or any of the VPs will go somewhere by themselves and shop gate the issues without bringing reinforcement or help or whatever the case is, because they are scared of the membership. And if they do go to a part of the property, they will go in a safe zone, somewhere where they feel safe. JP would never go to Flatbush or East New York by himself to talk union issues. He never would do it. Shirley would never. I don't even know where their attention is at, but I know TA Surface, I know RTO. You know, they definitely, the VP definitely is not trying to shop gate somewhere. He checks schedules to see who's going to be where. He knows who's going to come at him and things like that. They not going nowhere by themselves without a crew, which is whack. They scared of the membership. How you scared of the members and you claim most of the members mess with you and they support you and this and that, but you can't show up somewhere by yourself. You can't even come to a union meeting because your back being put against the wall. Anyway, at some point, the change have to come from us. We got to start holding them accountable. It's 2 years to the next election. It's a lot of time to pull out the accountability card and get this cracking the right way. What you guys saying in the group? Let me see. Jamel Chisholm said, let me get this on the screen. He said Eric was the wrong choice, but he played that he was about change and all he was about was status quo. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Let me see what Trevor said. And as I'm reading these comments, I'm putting them on the screen also so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Trevor said the trash train is bullshit. You're more concerned about giving out $500 for photos than to get money in the pockets of cleaners for more jobs to clean our equipment. Absolutely right, Trevor. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole trash train thing backfire in their face and the MTA go out and get more contracting cleaners to do the job, saying that the cleaners here can't do their job. But the union didn't think about that. The union didn't think about that at all. Oh, yeah, I see. Nuke says, I've seen them ordered to mop seats. You know what, Nuke? That's exactly what I seen. I seen all types of bodily fluid, throw up, urine, feces, blood, and seats. And I actually seen cleaners, not by their choice, but the fastest way to do it is to mop a seat and spread those germs around. And then in the next 2-3 stops, customers sitting in that. Yes, I have seen that. Oh, hold on. Big shout out to my brother, Sean Paul McFarlane. He's a hero. He's a proud Progressive Action member. As y'all seen a couple of days in the news, someone fell to the road bed at 36th Street. He was aware. He was focused on his job. He stopped the train just in time before running over this person who fell to the road bed. Shout out to our brother Sean Paul McFarlane, man. Great job, excellent job. And I'm happy that you are a member of Progressive Action. Now let's see if the union play politics with you and not give you an award with Byford or anything like that because you're a member of Progressive Action. Let's see if they do that, because these grown men tend to get their panties in a bunch regarding that type of stuff. What's up, Nita? How you doing? If you're watching, please like the video. I need you guys to like the video because it's important that I get those type of numbers up. Like the video. And while I got you guys' attention, while there's 60-something people in this group, I need you guys to donate to the Progressive Action platform. I need you guys to donate to the platform. I need y'all to help me continue to build and grow this platform, which includes the TV show. The TV show needs more things. I have more ideas donate. I'm going to put the link up after the show. It's two different links. There's a link for the TV show itself, which has my name, and then there's a group. There's a link for the platform as far as to get flyers, signs, and hand out information. It's a what's that? PayPal for that also. So there's a PayPal for the platform itself to provide you guys this type of information to make it look nice. And do y'all like the way the new show look? Come on, man, we doing an excellent job. Let's see what our brother let me see Charlie MTA worker, what he said. He said, I spoke about cutting CD cleaners jobs and dirty trains last year at the MTA board meeting at Baruch College last year. Now the union is acting like this is new news. Why are they always slow to react? That's right. I mean, not only are they slow to react, but do they ever really react? Do they ever really react? Like, this is all a front. This is all smoke screen and mirrors for these guys. All smoke screen and mirrors for these guys. At what point, like I keep telling you guys, at what point do we hold them accountable? You know? Oh, yeah, for those who have Twitter, y'all don't understand how powerful Twitter is. I really don't think y'all understand. For everyone who have Twitter, can you please follow the Progressive Action page? Is actually at PROGRESSIVEACT. That's Progressive Act. Can you please follow the Progressive Act page? Now, I'm really happy at how, we have grown the platform, how a lot of us from Progressive Action, we could show up, we could go out in the city and people recognize us for the hard work that we do. Our communications team actually do a better job than the union communications team. None of this happens without the members motivating us to push for better everything for us. And not only the people who work for New York City Transit, but also things in our community. We do community things and things of that nature. But I'm really proud of how, we have grown the platform and trying to find new and innovative ways to bring information to you guys. Yeah. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Thanks, Nita. Nita, get other people to follow. Like the page. Share out the video. Matter of fact, like I said, there's 50 people watching. There should be 50 watch parties when this video go off. When this video go off, I want to see 50 watch parties, 50 shares everywhere. Like, if we don't take pride in the person and the people who's providing the information and getting our issues out there, then how are we going to get our issues out there? So, come on. It costs you nothing. It costs you absolutely nothing to get out there and share. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, Tramel, when you coming back to work? As you know, I was hit by a car in May. I've been working with pain for months. I got my surgery October 3rd. It's funny because I got the surgery October 3rd. I hate missing days of work. I really do. I came right back to work 3 days later, 4 days later after the surgery. A lot of people say, yo, Tramel, you crazy. I worked for 3 days until I couldn't no more. The knee pain was crazy. So now I've been out for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And I'm getting better. I'm going to therapy 4 days a week. My doctor told me that I should get out more, do a little bit more walking, do a little bit more standing. And I'm feeling good. I'm still experiencing some pain. My knee is still a little swollen, but it's stronger. But I'm looking to get back to work ASAP. It's killing me staying in this house, not being able to go to the gym and work out, just doing therapy, not being able to play with my son the way I really want to. And he's asking me Dad, play. And, you know, I can't play because of the knee. I ain't got full flexibility in my knee as I should, but I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. Thanks to everyone who checked up on me. I appreciate you guys. But like I said, let's start holding our union reps accountable. Let's continue to grow this platform. And let's step up our game. Because the gloves is off. They making all types of attacks on our livelihoods, on our health care, on our quality of life, and people seem not to care. I advise you to start paying attention to what's going on and start fighting back. Thanks for tuning in to the Progressive Action TV show. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.